All today, October 28th, 2019, and I'm continuing on with this wagering strategy. Let me turn this down from the YouTube audio library if you ever need free music, by the way. That's where you can get it. No copyright, none of that stuff. You can play it in the background and not get in trouble playing somebody's official content. Alright, anyway. I'm at the wizardofodds.com/play/Baccarat. So this is fake money. It's a random number generator. You want to make sure that you select deal and draw cards automatically. Scroll down to where you want it. I hit F11 to get full screen. Okay, and remember, I'm still playing the Fibonacci sequence. This will be the last one of playing the raw, straight Fibonacci with no limits. I'm going to modify that in the next one where we have some stop losses kind of built into place. Because of one video you saw in the third session, I had a $595 loss. And when you imagine having a $715 bankroll, and I won't get into the reasons why right now, but that's a significant portion, right? It's like 90% of your bankroll wiped out in that one session. Even though the two previous sessions were profitable, first session at $320, second session at $205. Each of those 30-minute sessions, we were up $525. Then he rallies, and we lose $595. So we were down $70 at that point. So we went into the fourth session, we won $180, and that put us up to $110. So right now, after 4 sessions, 30 minutes each, we're up $110. So I'm going to do this one more time as an example. And then after that, like I said, I'm going to play a revised version of this. We're going to test it out and see how that does. So I have my clock set for 30 minutes. Hopefully you've got your 8x10 paper out and you've written out your units. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55. You should have at least written those down. And what you do is you keep your finger on whatever unit you're at so that you don't lose track. Because once you start getting going pretty fast, that happens easily. I promise you it does. Alright, I'm going to hit the timer and let's get going. I only play the player side. I don't play the banker. I'm not trying to pay him a commission of 5%. And basically, I'm just hoping for streaks. Alright, so we're on the second 1 unit bet. Now we go 2 units. 1, 1, 2. And now we move to the left 2 spaces, so we start the sequence over. Repeat. Ties don't count. And repeat. You see right now we're already up $25. If you were happy with that, you just get up and leave. Now we're at 30. I was watching a craps video and I was like, man, the thing the guy had to do to try to make $30, how long it took. It was unbelievable. In this game, you can do it pretty quick. So maybe you had a strategy where you would, now repeat the sequence over. Maybe you had a strategy where you're going to win $25, you're going to close out the session, or you're going to move to a different table, sit down, and start all over again. Trying to avoid that. In your mind anyway, you're trying to avoid that streak. You can get on a streak whatever table you sit down at. Right? It's sort of a misleading idea, but I think it makes a lot of us feel better. Alright, start the sequence over, up $30. Same thing, repeat. Still repeating, trying to get our $5 back. Repeat. Again. This is where you want to be. You want to just keep hitting that repeat button. And then the second 1 unit bet. Now we go to 2. We're trying to get back the $10 we lost. He says no. Now we go to 3 units. Now this would be a loss, right? Because we were down 4. So anyway, we're at the second 1 unit bet. Move to the right 2 units. And start the sequence over. Second 1 unit bet. 2 units now. So we've lost 4 units right now. But this says we play 3 units. So we're only going to capture back 3 of those if we were to win, and we don't. Now we go to 5. But we've already lost 7. Now we jump 2 to the left. It's 2 units. Alright, and that's how you get back the money you lost. Now we start the sequence over. Now we're up $45. Three units. And to the left, 2 units would be our second 1 unit bet. And now we officially start the sequence over again. Two units. And 3. And 5. And 8. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. He's already won 5 in a row. Let's see if he wins 6. Okay. Now we move to the left 2 spaces, so that's 3 units. To the right 1 is 5 units. 8 units. To the left 2 spaces is 3 units. To the left 2 spaces is the second 1 unit bet. You look at our bankroll, we're back to 45. That's where we started from. To the right is 2 units. To the right again, 3. To the left, we're on the second 1 unit bet. To the right, 2 units. We're kind of stuck here in this spot, right? We're slugging it out. Alright, now we get to start the sequence over. When you look at our bankroll, we're at 45. Now we're at 55. And so far, this session's been pretty good. I mean, we had a little tug of war there. It took us up to 8 units. Now we're at $70. But that's to be expected. You know, the ones you don't want is when he starts going, like, one session he went 55 units. And that's why I'm going to change up the style for my my personal style of play. You can do it however you want. But for me, I might do something like I take it up to 8 units, and then if I lose that one, I'm out. I just start all over. I think that's, for me, that provides a little more peace of mind. He's not going to run it all the way up and wipe me out. I just don't like it. That's too much like the martingale, where you're doubling. Crap, I forgot what it, okay, yeah, I won. All right. Sorry. Where the martingale, where you're doubling, right? You go 5, 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, 640, and it, you start getting in that range. First of all, I don't have the money for that. That's number one. I'm poor. I spend all my money basically. Well, I don't really spend it. I save most of my money, which is the best place to have it. Right? It's just where you can get to it. You don't lose it. But I spend most of my money really on fuel, going to different locations to explore. I have a fifth wheel truck. Most of the times I just go in my truck and I explore. Right now I'm in Maine, so I explore the different areas of Maine that I want to see. And that's where I spend my money. So if I were to go to a casino, I'm not going with a lot of money. I'm going with, if I were playing this system, I'd probably come with $500. And that would be what I would be willing to risk, and I probably would have saved it for a few months. And truthfully, if I had lost probably 200 of that 500, I'm probably already thinking about going back. Like, I want to take a trip to Foxwoods, Connecticut. If some of you have been there, let me know what it's like. I've heard it's fantastic. It's an amazing place. I went and watched some videos on YouTube. The place is crazy. It's like, 80 outlet stores. What was it? 17. I thought it was like 17 restaurants, 7 or 8 casinos. It looks like an amazing place. If you wanted to do the Airbnb thing, I spoke about that in another video. You could find those for $25 to $50 a night easily in that area if you're trying to save some money. Yeah, I'd probably lose my $200 and say, that's it, I'm going. I had fun, it was a trip, but I'm going. If I were winning, however, played a nice little strategy and it was winning, I'd play with their money and I'd stay. So it's all your style of play. You know your limits, and hopefully you do, unless you've got a problem. And if you do, then don't listen to me. Just don't go gamble. Just stay away from it. You're like an alcoholic that can't stop after the first drink. Forget it. Just don't even do it. This buzz you get playing, there's nothing like the hangover when you've lost, right? I don't know anything about it. I'm not a gambling addict, but I could just imagine it's the same as probably if somebody's struggling with booze. We're doing pretty good. We're up $125. We still have 18 minutes of play, y'all. It was pretty good. You had 12 minutes. You made $125. Again, like for me, that's it. I'm good. I'm happy. Shoot, I forgot to move my finger. I think I'm on a 2-unit bet here. Tie. See what I mean? You can get to talking and then forget to move your finger on the paper, so you don't know where you're at. Okay, we're starting the sequence over. 1 unit. If any of you have gone to Foxwoods, I've talked about this in other videos. If you've gone, send me an email or post it for us all to see about bringing your fifth wheel or your camper. I did see that you can park there. They do not have any hookups. That's fine. If you've boondocked before, you're okay. Don't run generators in the parking lot, I'm sure they would say. But yeah, let us know, because I'm thinking next spring, 2020, I'd like to make a trip. It's not far from Maine, 5-hour drive. That way you don't have to stay at an Airbnb. You don't have to stay in the hotel. And if it's free parking, that's the key. If it's free parking, then man, you could, that money you would have spent on hotel, you can save for trying the restaurant, shopping, staying at the, or I'm sorry, gambling in the casino. So let me know if you know anything about it and if there is a fee. I didn't see anything on the website. Start the sequence over. Now we're up 150. So we're on a nice little run. Again, I was watching the Craps channel, this other Craps channel, and good Lord, I don't think they ever won $150. And that game is supposed to be the best odds in the house. If you play it perfectly, it's supposed to be the best in the house. But the problem is, it's like blackjack. They say the same thing. You know, you can lower the odds down to, you know, I've heard all kinds of things from 1/4%, 1/2%, depending on the rules and how you play. Thing is, first of all, you've got to think things through constantly. You cannot make a mistake or then you screw up your odds. But when you think of things like having to double down, split on blackjack, or if you're playing craps, 3 units. If you're playing craps, you've got to think about playing the odds, right? So you've got to cover up those numbers. And it takes a while of so many rolls to get into a winning streak, which is, to me, essentially is what they're doing. Same thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go on a player streak here. They're trying to cover all the numbers on the craps table, 5 units, before they start winning. It's a lot of work. Okay, 8 units. This is where I hate it. We're up to 40. Like I said, in my next strategy, I might just stop after this. See, like if he won there, I maybe just go right back and start the sequence over. But because we're going to stay consistent, we're going to go 13 units. So 13 units in this case is 65. Okay, and so we win. So I would have been wrong in that case, right? Move to the left 2 spaces. That's still 5 units. And see, I'm already up 120 bucks. Why do I want to take this chance? Again, I'm playing the system, the strategy as it is, with 30 minutes. I'm playing by the timer, not by, you know, stop losses. So move to the left 2 spaces. That's 2 units. And you see we're coming back to our 145. 155. Now we start the sequence over. I think we were at 150 or 155, right? Alright, new shoe. We start off with 2 units. Let's hopefully this one's nice to us like the last one. 3 units. One unit. Remember, you're on the second of the 1 unit, so this one would be now 2 units. Move to the right. Tie, repeat, and start your sequence over. Move to the left 2 spaces. The second of the 1 unit bets. We're trying to get our 5 back. We got it. Start the sequence over. Trying to get our $5 back. Alright, he won't let us have it, so we're going to bet 2 units trying to get our $10 back. He said no. So now we're going to bet 3 units and we're going to recover, trying to recover some. Alright, we're still down a unit. So we move to the left 2. We're on the second of the 1 unit bets. And look there, look at our bankroll. We're back up 155. See how that works? It takes you back to your highest point. 2 units. Wait, didn't we win that one? Shoot, Dave, not paying attention. I really zoned out there. I think we won that one. I got in a different space in my head, which happens quite a bit. The other day I had the phone in my hand. I had it literally in my hand. And I said, where is the damn phone? Where's the phone? I set the phone down on the bed. And I looked down and I said, there's the phone. And it occurred to me it was in my hand previous to that. What does that tell you? I'm hoping there's not like a problem coming for me. Move to the left. We're on the second 1 unit bet. Now it's 2 units. We're still struggling to break beyond that 155, right? Start the sequence over at 160. 160 now is our new set point. Still at 160. This is where we want to be. We just want to be sitting here, right, just like that. We're up 170. We have 10 minutes, 20 seconds left in this session. Three units. 5 units. 8 units. See what I mean? At some point, he's going to go. He's going to hit a streak. You got to ask yourself, you were already up 170, but would you lay this bet? I don't know. Really, I think that's when you, in my mind, you've got to stop playing the system, and you have to just use some common sense and say, is this sufficient for me? Is this enough? All right, but anyway, we've got to move on. 13 units. Okay, we win it, so we move to the left 2 spaces. So that's 5 units. And back to the right is 8 units. And back to the left is 3 units. Right, we move to the left 2 spaces. Now to the right 1 space is 5 units. Now here we go to the left 2 units. Watch your balance there. Watch your bankroll. Now what's your bankroll? See, now start your sequence over. You move to the left 2 spaces. And what's our new bankroll? I'm sorry, we're back to 175, which is where we started. So that's what I mean. You're slugging it out, playing that system, and eventually it leads you back to where you started. Now, for me, again, I'm a sensible guy most of the times. I'm stopping right here. I'm saying I have 8 more minutes left to play. I'm going to stop. But since I committed to you all that I'm going to play this through for 30 minutes, we're going to just keep going on. But 175 for basically a 20-minute session with $5 bets. Jeez, guys, that's incredible. I would just, man, I'd probably go and enjoy at least half of the day and smiling the whole time while I'm out somewhere taking pictures and I'm getting a meal somewhere. If you're the gambling type, though, you know that $180 is burning a hole in your pocket because you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm up 180. If I go back and do that again, I can go up another 180. Maybe I'll go up even more. Right? You got that bug that it's just going to sit there eating you up until you take that money back to the table. So you might think you can go out for half a day and do something else, but it's always on your mind. So eventually you break down. We're on the second 1-unit bet. Eventually you break down, you sit down at a table. Hopefully you keep your composure and don't break your strategy and start playing something you weren't playing before and lose that 180 in 10 minutes. All right, our new set point's 185. Two units. Now 3. 6 minutes left. To the left 2 spaces is the second of the 1-unit bets. Now look at your bankroll. Back to 185. See what I mean? It's like a magical formula that gets you back to where you started. If you forgot what your high was, and you play this thing out, I guess, as far as I understand it, it leads you back to your last high. I call it your last set point. 5 units. I'm getting uncomfortable at 5 units. I'm not liking it. 8 units. I'm saying, okay, this may be it. I might be jumping off now. After this, I'm done. Okay, I win it. Yay, I'm back in, right? Back to the left. 2 spaces is 3 units. To the right. 5 units. To the left, 2 units. Perfect. Start the sequence over at 185. We're back to where we started. There we go. New set point. It's 190. We might break 200 in this session, y'all. New shoe. Second of the 1-unit bets to start. And repeat. Start over. $195. 200. So we hit 216 minutes. 205. We just gotta hope he doesn't go on a tear here in these last 3 minutes. Alright, to the left 2 spaces is the second 1-unit bet. To the right 2 units. Start the sequence over. And repeat. 210. 210 is our new set point now. Three units. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. To the left 2 spaces is 2 units. Starting the sequence over. If we win this, we're back to where we started. Nope. We're just kind of stuck here right now, which is fine. I'd rather burn the clock off. I'm forcing myself to play for 30 minutes. I'd rather play. I'd rather just flat bet from here on out. $5, $5, $5. Whatever happens, happens. 220 now is our new set point. We're still at 220. Perfect. Nice. 225 now. 230. 235. I feel like an auctioneer. 240, ladies and gentlemen. We're now at 240. Let's go to 245. No, he says no. Second of the 1 unit bets. 2 units now. We're giving him a chance. I'm speeding up my play here. He's got 1 minute left to go on a run, and he doesn't. Now we're at 240. Will we make 250? 245. Second of our 1 unit bets. Doesn't look like he's going to get his money back. I don't think he can go on a run that big in 40 seconds. He could, though, get about 5 hands in here. 3 units. Back to the left. 2 spaces. Second of our 1 unit bets. To the right. 2 units. Start the sequence over. Let's see if we can hit 250. Come on, computer. 11 seconds. Tie. Come on. 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Oh, look at that, folks. Hear that? That was the alarm right at 30 minutes. So that's a $250 session in 30 minutes. Now, just keep in mind, that's fast play. Looking for my pin here to write that down. That's fast play. So I'm thinking that's probably about 8 hands a minute. You're going to do 2 hands a minute. So if it's 30 minutes, multiply that times 4, right? 30, 60, 90, 120. It's 120 minutes of actual table play. You would have sat at the table for 2 hours and been up $250, starting off with $5 bets. I guess, I don't know this for certain, some of you can comment, let me know, is if you sat on the table and you were betting for 2 hours and you have a comp card, I'm just guessing every now and again they come by 30 minutes. Hey, still here? Hour. Yep, still here. Hour and a half, still here. I'm betting you they're writing down some things. So maybe you've got $250. Now they want you to stay. So hey, maybe they say, hey, have you ate at our restaurant? We got steak and shrimp. Nope. Okay, here you go. Here's a free coupon to go over there and have a dinner. Nice. Maybe they say, hey, where are you staying? Actually, I'm in my camper. I brought my fifth wheel with me, and I'm out in the parking lot. Oh, how about you have a room here? We'll give you a room. They want the money back, right? Now, I'm not saying on $250 they're going to do that. And those of you that know, let me know, because I don't, right? I'm not a high roller. I don't know how this works out. Okay, but I would say if that $250 happened during the course of 3 days, and every day you were playing 3 sessions, I've got to imagine those guys are getting to know your face, right? And they're kind of saying to themselves, I bet you that guy's up a couple of grand. They want that money back. And keep in mind, all that's hypothetical. As I already showed you in session 3, we went down $595. So this could just be you know, a fluke. But for right now, let's go ahead and add that up. Session 5, my pen will work. Session 5 is $250, $250, $350, $360. Okay. So right now, after 5 sessions, we're at $360. So I'm going to take that $360, and what I'm going to do in the next session, we're going to see how it changes the game. It probably might change the game. I don't know about dramatically, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a stop loss at 8 units. So if I go up to 8 units, where's my sheet of paper? All right, look. 8 units is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. That means if he gets 8 units, he's on a streak, and he's won 6 in a row. I'm not going to follow him to 7, 8, 9, or 10. And yes, the chances of that happening are slim. And yes, you could say you should just keep chasing it. Don't change the system. I know that, but it's really it's beyond my comfort level. So I'm going to try that in this next one. Come back and see if you want to follow along and see what happens in a 30-minute session of stopping on 8 units. Then check out the next video. It might be boring. We might find out that I never really get out of the mud, so to speak. I'm just kind of sitting down there at, you know, $30, $20. I can't really get anything going. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. If you're interested, send me a comment if you have a strategy that you play when you're playing Baccarat or even money games. And I mean especially roulette and Baccarat. If you're playing roulette, black or white, and you're playing European, not American roulette, European roulette and Baccarat, send me over something you play. And if it looks good, I'm interested, then I'll go ahead and I'll do a few sessions with it, and we'll see how it does, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get this one uploaded and start on the next one.